time. So every industry has them, and I know that people can usually come up with that. They usually already know those things in their industry. But if you don't know them, you can do a little bit of research. What you want to do is find the pains that your buyers have. So, you know, maybe let's say I have a client who sells eco-friendly lighting. And so his statistic could be the average household spends, you know, I don't know, we'd have to find that, what that number would be, but the average household spends an excess of $600 in electricity for light bulbs that aren't eco-friendly. Or, you know, did you know that you know, X amount of landfill is happening, and so our stuff doesn't do that. So you have to kind of set the stage, and you want to set the pain. So that statistic should sort of be, you know, pain-inducing. Then your second step after you give that little statistic is to just give a clear summary of what you do. So you want to describe your service, but you want to do it not from your perspective. You want to do it from your client's perspective. And a good rule of thumb for that I use over and over is, could a kindergartner understand what you're saying? If they can't, scrap it. And what this also helps you with is coming up with something that isn't super canned. So you're going to say, you know, you're going to talk about what you do, explain how you resolve a problem. You're going to show how you're different than your competition, but you're going to do it in the most simplistic language. So let me show an example of what not to do and then what to do. So this one is for a financial advisor, and if we could get you guys on the line to tell us what you do for a living, I swear every single one of you would come up with something very complicated. And even, you know, I work in all different industries. I'd be saying, what do you do now? What? So here's an example that I ripped out of, you know, today's headlines. I'm a financial advisor for LMB Financial, helping people create maximum returns in stable investments and efficiently increase performance and success metrics.
Yeah, that's already my already spending. I don't understand any of that.
I know, but you know, if you look at it, there's no word there that's going to send you running for a dictionary. The problem is not that you don't understand the words. The problem is that you're not using visual language. You're using a bunch of abstractions to explain what you do. It's very important that you get to concretes. So we'll use a metaphor to describe what this person does instead. So I'm going to use kind of an outdoorsy, like trail.
Partly, how long should this take when you deliver this elevator pitch?
What it depends on is whether or not you're having a conversation. So if you're actually using it to meet people in the world, then this should be a conversation. You know, it should go, you know, did you know? And then you give the statistic. And they say, no, I didn't know that. And I go, yeah, well, it's true. So what I do is, and then I tell them what I do, and they go, oh, that's cool. And I go, yeah, it is pretty cool. But you know why I do it? I don't do it because I want people to grow their business. I do it because I get off on when I see that fire in somebody's eyes. And if I can bring that back, right, so that's my secret sauce, and then they go, oh, that's cool. And I go, yeah, did you, you know, and then I give them my offer. I go, you know what, if you want to know more about it, I wrote this great piece that it actually catalogs all the different personality types of entrepreneurs. You know, would you like to see it? Because I can tell right now that you are this type. And they go, yeah, I want to see it. I go, okay, I'd save it for my clients, but I'll send it to you.
You just brought something up, and I hadn't even, in the whole thing that you went through, I didn't even catch this. But just now when you said it's conversational, I'm thinking conversational in tone, but the actual message can be conversational back and forth. Saying something, waiting for them to respond, then you say the second part, and they respond, you tell the little story or the secret sauce, they say something, and then you get into that offer. So it's almost like you don't have to have it that canned or scripted where you go, okay, so this is what I do, blah, 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 and then go right through the whole thing.